That should fix it. All right, we good? That should. This is a mess. I don't know what's going on, but you know what I think it is? I really think that the last Samsung update messed it up because it's not a YouTube thing. Because even when I record my shorts on my phone or whatever, like sometimes that it doesn't come through on the microphone. I gotta check it. Like I've recorded a bunch of stuff and then went back to try to edit it, and it wasn't no sound. I'm checking the volume and all that. It's not that. So I think their last update ruined everything. You know how all this tech mess, this AI mess and whatever is getting in the way. It's getting in the way. But we still here. I want to thank y'all for hanging out. Yeah. Please hit the like button as we get started. So y'all know what we talking about today. We talking about y'all. Only say yes in the bedroom, people. Fellas, y'all should feel me today, but something gives me the feeling that it won't just be us. Yeah. Urban Therapy with Son. Yeah. So, we ready to get this party started. Yo. Sorry. No calls yet, y'all. Don't try to call in while I'm drumming. What's wrong with you? I see what this is hitting for. We will get to y'all calls, but not yet. It was probably just somebody who wanted to see if the number worked. It does. It's real. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Sunday from 1:30 p.m. till around 3:30-ish. And the reason that we say 3:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should as well. Today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about submissive only when intimate. Submissive only when intimate. So we're talking about people who are involved with somebody who is only amenable, only agreeable, only says yes, 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 when y'all are in the mix, when y'all doing it, screwing it. Yes, I'll cook. Yes, I'll take the kids to school. Yes, I'll clean up. Yes. But as soon as y'all done, man, ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got this thing. You don't tell me what to do. I'm running shit. The good part about this, the positive thing about this situation, because I don't think it's all negative, is that at least there is a time when they are agreeable to you. Some people are dealing with a partner, a lover, a spouse, a man or woman that they can't get to do anything that they want them to do or listen to them or anything. And that could be a terrible situation because it can make you feel like somebody is like you're in a relationship where there may not be any love, where there might not be any really true feelings. Like maybe somebody is just with you for some reason other than you being who you are and y'all being what y'all are together. It's not a good look, but it happens. This is something that can happen to a lot of people. So you take one problem and then you transfer that into another situation, which causes another problem or creates another situation or problem. So it's like, if the only time I can get you to say yes, the only time I can get you to promise to do something, the only time I can feel like this situation that we're in is anywhere near any kind of improvement is when we're in the bed together. And I don't mean sleeping. So you're only agreeable when you're coming. You're only anticipatory of doing something right when you feel the rush coming. Hey, something is better than nothing. Something is better than nothing. And, you know, sometimes you have to take that into consideration. But I'm sure that this is not the type of situation that many people welcome into their lives. But this is what they have to deal with. So we're going to talk about it today. We going to see what's up. You know what time it is. Hey, it might not be you. It might not be me. But we are about to see. Let's break it down, baby. Pull it down, baby. Yo, only time when she's in your panties is when she ups the ante. And you think that you're getting far. But, yo, it's not the way that you know it should be. But, yo, I think it could be if I could just get her to bust one more time. Yo, son, yo, it's gonna be all right. Maybe it will if the thing is kind of tight. Gotta loosen it up, yo. Gotta fill up the cup. My name is Sun 7. I do this thing. Gotta shoot the Mac 11 word. It's coming on out. Bullets is shooting you, but it won't take you out. Might lay you down, but you just laying down anyway. You can't fuck around. Yeah, yeah. Do me one favor. I'm not gonna sell y'all nothing today. I'm not gonna ask you for no money. All I need you to do is hit the like button, and we be all right. Can you do that? Can you just hit the like button? So I'm gonna put my drums away. I'm gonna put my... I'm going to put them away. Now, y'all have to take into consideration that I'm still damaged goods. You know what I mean? My back is still messed up. I'm still experiencing physical issues. Physical issues. I'm not 100%. I'm not even 75. I might be scoring a D in my health right now, but it's going to be all right. Supposed to go to the Eagles game today. Y'all know the game is at 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. Listen, I put the ticket up for sale. I haven't given anybody, I haven't gotten a nibble from anybody because they're not playing the starters today. That thing would have been an easy sale if the starters were playing. But, you know, that's my issue. It's not your issue. You know, we're going to talk about what we have to talk about today. So it's good. How y'all feeling? Let me give a shout out to all of my peoples out there. T. Carey, right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Stacey White, what's going on? Holding it down for the D. How you feeling, ma? Good to see me some you. And my brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones and Carla? Yeah, you say, I hope you get to feeling better. I'm coming back every day. This all started on Wednesday. Out of the blue. Like this shit right here. Right here. This is holding it up. And it's not a pain that you can touch. But it keeps reminding me like, yo, you ain't all the way better. You lucky to be walking. You lucky to be, I'm gonna let you live, but, you know, it gives me but it's gonna be all right. Hey, yo, son, it's gonna be all right. But what we're talking about today is submissive only when intimate. Submissive only when intimate. And I had to title the show, I had to dumb down the title, because y'all know, with me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I really wanted? I was going to name it. The only time you say yes is when we doing it. But I was like, oh, man, they mess around and be like, no. See, that's why we don't be letting you in the algorithm, because you don't know how to act. You don't know what to say. You don't know what to do. As soon as you coasting, you want to go, Like, you can't just be driving down the street at a normal pace, doing the speed limit. You're in a school zone. You want to be like, dude, you was going right to the next stop sign. What's wrong with you, son? What's wrong with you? But it's going to be all right. We're going to work it out. We're going to work it out. Everything will be good. Vantago Smith? What up, Vantago? How you feeling? Hope everything is all right with you and yours. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing. Max and chill. What's going on, my dude? What's going on, man? So that's what we're talking about today. Have any of you ever had a situation like this where you and your lover, you and your girl, you and your man, you and your spouse really don't get along that well, but y'all have really good sexual chemistry? I said sexual chemistry. I got to do better. And I promise to. Yeah, y'all might have really good sexual or physical chemistry, but y'all may not have very good mental or emotional chemistry. Like, y'all can't talk to each other. Y'all disagree on everything. Everything turns into a struggle, a back and forth, an argument, a disagreement, everything. But when y'all in that bedroom, it's who run this? Who run? Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? Y'all niggas ain't running. What? Shit but your mouth. Y'all niggas ain't running. What? Shit but your mouth. First nigga talk shit. First nigga get tossed out. But that's not exactly the kind of situation you want between a man and a woman. That's not what you're looking for. But you might be in a situation where that's what you've been getting. You know what I mean? You might have fellas, you might have found yourself the greatest squirter in the world. You know what I mean? She's basically like a water fountain. You lay on her back, she can wet the ceiling. But soon as all that's done, you know what I mean? Maybe in the bedroom, you know, she cook you a meal, you know what I mean? Give you breakfast, lunch, and dinner in bed and all that. But outside the bedroom, you ain't shit. Or at least you feel like, what happened to all of that? What happened to all of that? Oh, you're so large. You the man. Tell me all your dreams and aspirations so I can help you and support you and tell you how great you are. Ooh. I'm going to tell you how great you are. This is beyond your house. This is beyond your car. It's behind your money. Yo, you are the best. Nobody can get with you. To hell with the rest, baby. I'm going to have your baby. I'm pregnant right now. We just did it. Go down. This might have been a situation that happened when you were younger and more immature. You might have thought it was cute. Some people think this toxic type of behavior is cute. Now, I only say toxic because it doesn't necessarily mean that y'all fighting and you know, it doesn't mean that you're bad to each other. But you may be bad for each other other than what the physical gives you. And that's a problem. I think it's a problem. Now, if you don't think it's a problem, then maybe it's not a problem for you. But, and you know what? And I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't really think that I don't really think this is a situation that only applies from men to women. Like, ladies, have you ever been with a man who is hard-headed to a fault? You know what I mean? I mean, listen, there's a reason why they call sex act right. He needs some act right. He ain't giving enough cash. Give him some act right. He won't take out the trash. Give him some act right. You know what I mean? We joke around about it. We play around with it, but it can be a serious issue. It can be a serious issue that arises with people or that exists and persists with people that can make home life for you unbearable. And who wants an unbearable home life? Well, a lot of people got it though, don't they? A lot of people have unbearable home lives, right? Right? All right. So Carla says, tossed out right on the head. Oh, my man Dar said we have a new word. Image with chemistry. Chemistry. Okay, we going with it. I think it's time. It's time. All right, so this is what we gonna do. This is what to guan. I'm gonna go get my seat over here because I think my stand-up minutes have expired. Oh no, I got 2 seconds. I gotta let it get the. Maybe I stopped drumming too soon because normally I'll sit down to like 25 minutes a half. But you know my back. You know what I mean? I'm limping, so I need to go get my let me go over here and get my my chair. My studio chair has become a rocking chair. All right. So what's up, y'all? Y'all good? Y'all good? Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. So what we're talking about today is submissive only when intimate. Fellas, what you know? What do you know about your girl only act right when you pipe in that thing? You know what I'm saying? When you when you are when you are exercising the pipe fittings. Yeah, we gonna do this without. I'ma join these pipes without any solder. Or compression fittings. No solder, no compression fittings, no shark bite for all my contractors, all my plumbing contractors out there. We gonna get these pipes. we gonna get these pipes soldered. I'm sorry. We gonna get these pipes joined without solder, without compression fittings, and without shark bite. We will get it done. And that might be the only time in your life, in your relationship, when things are going right. Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Now, I've known plenty of people who have been in this situation. And it is a situation. This is a situation. I've known people who've been in this situation where, you know what I mean, it can be disheartening. It can be disheartening because you're talking about times are only good with the person that you love when y'all are making love. So the only time you don't have an attitude, the only time you're not complaining about something, the only time when you're not insulting or bitching about something is when deeper, Isaac Hayes, deeper. Or was it Barry White? Yeah. It was a song by The Boss. Y'all remember The Boss? May she rest in peace. Fake gangster rapper back in '93. Tea is good. No spill today. All right, we good. But yeah, this is a situation. It's a situation that a lot of people are in. And like I said, it can make your home life feel like it's unbearable. It can make your home life feel unbearable. And who wants to be a part of that? Now, the problem really comes when people become accepting of this idea. This is the same to me. Now, y'all can let me know if y'all agree with this or not. But to me, this is the same as a man only getting love when it's payday. On all the other days, maybe you're not getting any attention, you're not getting any affection, you're not being made to feel like you are relevant, important, significant, or any of that. But you know that when that pay Friday comes along, whether you get paid every week or every other week, and I think nowadays most people get paid every other week. Some people get paid once a month. Shout out to y'all once a month get paid people, because y'all have to really, really manage y'all money correctly, or else. I would do well with the once a month thing. I know I would do well. me ask y'all, and this is off script, but for y'all who, if any of y'all get paid once a month, do they, I know that your pay gets taxed heavier when you get paid every 2 weeks. It gets taxed way lighter when you get paid every week. So for those of y'all who get paid once a month, I guess they taxing the shit out of y'all, right? Or is there some other kind of provision for that? Let me know. If you get paid once a month, let me know. I mean, any military personnel out there? Oh, but the military, they don't pay taxes, right? And so, let me know. Do the military soldiers, y'all don't get, I'm sorry for calling you a soldier because I know you're an airman, but military personnel, y'all don't have to pay taxes, right? It's a government job. I mean, that would be absurd. That would be ridiculous. Let me know. I think I remember. All right, let me see. Let me Google it. Do military personnel have to pay taxes? Damn. Get the fuck out of here. Yes, military personnel generally have to pay federal and in most cases state taxes, similar to civilians. However, they benefit from significant tax advantages such as tax-exempt allowances and combat zone taxes. That's some bullshit. You fighting for this country and you gotta pay taxes? Shit. No, it says it's about percentage. It just looks, no, it's lower. Trust me, my brother, it's lower. The times when I've got paid for only 1 week, I was like, yo, if you multiply this by 2, you don't get I'm not getting paid that. I'm not getting paid that. People who get paid once a month, people who get paid once a week, they get all the money. They get all the money. My 1 week check, and I know this because I work on salary, so this is not an hourly thing. It's not no overtime, none of that shit. My single week pay was was more than $100 more. So I was like, oh, $100 more. I was like, in 2 weeks, if I multiply this by 2, that's not what I get paid every 2 weeks. So yeah, they tax it more. They tax it more. Found that out the hard way. But I found it out. Anyway, so like look at a man that only gets love, attention, and any type of affection from his woman when he's giving her something, doing something for her, or has money in his hand that she needs from him. And I know plenty of people who have been in this situation, and I'm sure that y'all grown folks, y'all full-fledged adults have too. And it's sad. It's sad when outsiders can see it. Because if it's so bad or so blatant or so outright that I can see it and I'm not even in that situation or that relationship, imagine how bad it probably is when eyes aren't on it. Because you would think that people would at least be gracious enough to, keep that in the tuck. You know what I mean? Keep it private to whereas they don't make it obvious that they only deal with their significant other positively when they get paid. or when it's something in it for them. How many of y'all have people in your lives, friends, family members, exes or whatever, who only call you or who only check up on you when they need something? When they need a favor, when they need you to do something, when they need money, when they need services. How many of y'all have people like that in your lives? And you know what? And you know what I think is crazy about that? The people who do this shit, who only call on you when they need something, they try to act like y'all talk all the time, or it hasn't been a long time since they've spoken to you or looked out for you, or checked up on you. Meanwhile, they don't know any information about what's going on with you currently. All they know is what they need from you. So some of them play it off and try to check up real quick, like, yo, are you still blah, 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 blah? Or whatever happened with this such and such and such and such. Yeah, well, you would know how that situation turned out if you had spoken to me in the last, I don't know, 90 days. I don't know, 180 days. I don't know. Past year, since the last favor I was doing for you. You would know that. But just to catch you up on things, the whole shit fell apart. I've started a whole new life and whatever. And here I am. So you have a lot of situations like that in-house. You have situations like that in-house. Oh, Bum City says, I'm thinking about child support, but that's probably another subject. I said, and you said, I don't have predictable like that. Oh, predictable people like that in the circle of me. Queen Monica, what's good? What's up, Queen Monica? She says, I have a neighbor who verbally expressed that about her man. He was not welcomed without, damn. You gotta have a J-O-B if you wanna be with me. And even if you with me, you gotta have M-O-N-E-Y, or don't even try to come by. Damn. Yo, and Monica, Monica, I'll bet she told you that shit like you play the same games. Like, people who talk like that, they either talk like they are above you, or they talk to you like, everybody does this, right? I have a neighbor who verbally expressed that about her man. Her man was not welcome without the money. Sad state of affairs. But it's real though. Brian says, when somebody says that they haven't heard from me, I tell them the phone rings on both ends. Facts. But it's a whole different story when somebody only calls on you when they want money, or when they need a favor, when they need something moved, or they don't have a car and they need a ride, or they need you to show up somewhere to advocate for them. Or, I like this one. They don't know how to write well. They need you to help them write a resume. Help them with they say help them with a resume, but they really need you to write it. Or write a letter, because they don't know how to put together a proposal or a business letter, or, they don't know how to write. They know how to write words and letters, but they don't know how to put it together the way it needs to be put together to send the right message in order to get whatever they need. But they know you know how to do it. So here it is. Ring. Oh, I just got this new job. I just got this new position. Well, I'm about to. You know, I got an offer letter, blah, 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 blah. Like, how you get an offer letter before you, why do you have to write a letter after you already got an offer? You got this job, they ain't get the job yet. There's a good chance they might be, I don't want to say that they're liars, but sometimes they may embellish. They may embellish some things, embellish. Anyway, so yeah, when they need a favor, when they need a gratuity, because they don't normally want to pay you shit. They might throw you a couple of dollars, but for the most part, they want the homeboy discount or the family discount. Or just, look, I would do it for you, do it for me. Again, because it's normally the situation where you never need anything from them, but they always need something from you. But they're telling you all the time that if you should ever need anything, they'll be there. Look, this damn cup got me so gun shy. And I'm still looking like, I'm thinking that the shit is dripping even when it's not. So yeah, so if you know or have experience with somebody that only calls on you when they need something, then you understand a little bit more probably what it's like to be with somebody who is only agreeable, only amenable, only submissive, only interested in what you have to say when you are in the bedroom. Now, what's it like to be in a relationship where the only time y'all get along is in the bedroom? How did it start out? How did y'all ever make it to the bedroom? Did y'all meet each other naked? I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. Now, let me do the man part. She was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. Don't you want me? I better do the female part because I can't remember all the words. Okay. I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. That much is true. But even then, I knew I'd have a much better place, either with or without you. The 5 minutes we have been such good times. I still love you. All right. Don't you want me? You know I don't believe you when you say that you don't need me. Don't you want me? Where my 80s, babe? Come on, y'all. You know you listen to 80s pop. That was a good song. That was a good song. All right. Anyway. So yeah, how did you get to the point where sex is the only common thing that y'all have where you enjoy each other or where you feel like you can get what you want? Could it be that you are so power hungry that you have only perceived that somebody is only interested in you or submissive, whatever? Are you asking for things that nobody would want to give you? Like, are you crazy? 'Cause sometimes people are crazy. Carla says, don't you want me? Don't you need me? Man, fuck it. I'm gonna get the words. Let me do the words. Hold on. Lyrics to Don't You Want Me. Don't You Want Me. Here you go. By Human League. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you. I picked you out, I shook you up and turned you around. Turned you into someone new. Now 5 years later on, you've got the world at your feet. Success has been so easy for you. But don't forget, it's me who put you where you are now. And I can put you back down too. Don't you want me? You know I can't believe it when I hear that you won't see me. Don't you want me? You know I don't believe you when you say that you don't need me. It's too late to find. You think you've changed your mind? You better change it back or we will both be sorry. Don't you want me, baby? Come on, y'all. Don't you want me? Oh, don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh, doom 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 doom. Huh? It was a great song. I wish I could play it on this show, but they hit me with the copyright. Be like, yeah, out of here. You blushing, Stacy? Well, you go right on. It was a great song. It really was. Hit the like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. You know what I mean? Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. But how do you get to the point? How do you get to the point where you only get along with your woman if you piping her right? Now, y'all have to take a look at the poll question, because what does it mean what does it mean when you can't even get them to be agreeable, do what you want, or be interested, or say yes, or yeah? Because there's a difference between somebody saying yes and somebody saying yeah. Oh, damn it. Got you, bitch ass nigga. Fucking moth, a little baby moth. Yeah. What does that mean? When you can't even get somebody, to scream yes, say that they're going to be nice, I don't know, cook, clean, or even have sex again. What does it mean when that's not even the cure, the remedy? What does that mean? It could mean a few things. It could mean that the sex is trash. Like, not only is she not interested out of the bedroom, she ain't interested in the bedroom. But that's a different situation. Y'all can address that situation with the poll question. But when she is very agreeable, very amenable, you know what I mean? Nice as a kitten, because kittens are normally nice. You know, cats can get a little sometimey unless you are their person. Shout out to all my cat people out there. Shout out to all my dog people out there. Shout out to all my people out there who understand animals and who believe that animals understand them. Shout out to all of my people who believe that animals understand the words that they say instead of the emotions that come along with the words. Shout out to all y'all animal whisperers out there, y'all cat whisperers, y'all dog whisperers. Shout out to all of y'all. But yeah, if that's the only time you can get somebody to be on your side, or get somebody to keep a promise, or get somebody to agree to whatever they said that they were going to do. Like, are you going to stop talking shit? Yes, I'm going to stop talking shit. Are you going to stop being mean all the time? Yes, Daddy, I will be nice to you. You are. You are my friend. Are you gonna come running when I ask you to come? Yes, I'm coming now. I'll definitely be there. I'll be there to give you what you need. How does that wear off? How does that wear off? How is it that y'all having the time of y'all lives when y'all being intimate, when y'all having sex, when y'all doing the nasty? But nothing outside of the bedroom, nothing when, when it's time to just be a man and a woman, when it's time to take care of business. Nothing. I mean, to me, it sounds like a sad state of affairs. It really does. But I have brothers who've expressed this type of situation. And I've had, countless friends and just people that I know. And the funny thing about this situation, well, I don't know if it's funny. I don't think any of it is funny. I think that dissatisfaction, I don't think that that's funny. But people who go through this think that this is just something that everybody goes through. Like men who, I'm watching what I say, because I don't want to say men who can't control their women, because, when you use a word like control, everybody starts tripping. Like you're trying to be overbearing or unreasonable or, just have some type of tyrannical king type of mentality. What I mean is, I don't think that there's a person in the world that doesn't want to control their situation. And control doesn't always mean for bad purposes. It means like the things that you control make you comfortable. Because if you can control it, then you know how to regulate it, how to keep yourself safe, how to make sure that it doesn't harm you or anybody else. So I'm saying that to say this. Men who don't have good relationships with their women, they think that no men have good relationships with their women. So they'll say things like, yeah, and you know how women will do this or she'll do that, or like, she don't give a fuck about you until you come through with the money. And you looking like, you know what I mean? You might play it off like, yeah, I see what you're saying. I ain't say I agree with it, but I can see how that, like I saw it on TV before. I saw it in the movies. There's all kinds of videos on social media about this. But yeah, a lot of men take for granted that everybody is in the situation that they're in, and they aren't. And their situation might not be the worst situation in the world. But how bad does it have to be when it's bad for you? I don't know about y'all, but when my shit is fucked up, I'm not really worried about how the rest of the world is doing. I got to get myself to a safe, comfortable place first before I can start worrying about, yo, what's going on in Venezuela? Like, yeah, I care about humanity in terms of Venezuela. But not right now. Right now, I got domestic problems that I got to deal with. So this crazy motherfucker doing his thing in Venezuela, and I'm not talking about Maduro, I'm talking about Trump. He's doing whatever he can do, to service his rich buddies. That's what he does. And to escape culpability with these Epstein files. But that's a whole different thing. When you talk about a situation where you can only get along with your woman, where you can only have expectations of peace, of cooperation, and of decency when you pipe in your woman. That's a problem. But if you're a toxic type of person, it might not be a problem to you. You might not look at it as a problem. You might look at that as a Tuesday. Tuesday coming up. Tuesday loading. But once again, like I said, people, especially men who go through this, they think every man is going through the same thing. So they figure whatever's going on in my house, this is just the way it is. This is just the way it is when you live with each other. This is just the way it is when you married. This is just the way it is when you got kids with somebody. This is just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. I swear, man, y'all YouTubers will name yourselves anything. Anything. This dude named himself Diddy Combs 420. What in the hell? Diddy Combs? With a picture of Sean John Combs on his profile. You said, it's me, Benny. I'm sorry. No need to apologize. Hey, man, it's a free country. It's a free country. You can do what you want. You said I had to change it because nobody would pronounce my last name properly. Okay. That was my only. They'll definitely pronounce this one right, won't they? What up, Benny? What's good, man? What's good? We are talking about when a man can only get along with his woman, can only get her to agree with anything, can only get her to be nice to him, can only get her to, take care of whatever she agreed to take care of when they are in the bedroom. So you got to be piping her right you got to give her the act right to get her to act right. Other than that, she might treat you like shit. Other than that, she might ignore the hell out of you. Other than that, you might not have any relevance in her life. Other than that, you don't hold any priority or importance in her existence. That's what we talk about. That's what we talk about. That's what we talk about. That's what we, You said, this was not, you said, my girl is always very nice to me. And that's great. That's great. We're talking about people who don't experience that. And like I said, and this is not just, a problem that men have with women. Some women have this problem too. Like they might have men who are unruly, who won't take care of their responsibilities, like whether it's the financial responsibilities, like child support. How about this? Speaking of child support, what about the men who won't take care of their children or who won't provide for their children financially? Let's put it in layman's terms. They won't give their kids no money or their baby moms no money unless she's with them or unless she give up some ass. Now, y'all not going to tell me y'all haven't seen this situation. Any of y'all that have baby fathers out there, I know some of y'all have heard this. So he don't want to take care. The only reason I took him to child support court because he kept telling me if I wasn't giving him no ass or if we wasn't getting back together, then he wasn't giving up no money. And this child is his child. So she had to fail on him. She had to put the file on him. Fail, file, fail, file. Benny says, I never had that problem. Maybe might change later in life if new problems arrive. I don't know. If you don't have that problem now, I don't think that's going to become the problem. Because I think a problem like this or a situation like this exists up front. I think you get this early. I don't think you have to wait on this one. I don't think so. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I could be incorrect, but I don't think so. Carrie says, that girl must be a Cancer. They don't act right if you don't put it down. Oh, there are definitely some other signs who, there are definitely some other signs who exhibit this type of behavior. However, those signs may be water signs too, like Scorpio and Virgo and Leo and Libra and Gemini and Aries and Pisces and Taurus and Capricorn. And Sagittarius and Aquarius. Other than that, you know, Benny says, I think if you have kids with somebody, that means that you really need to love them. But if you ain't down for taking care of a family, you should just wrap that thing up. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't want to say billions, but I'm going to say millions of people have already missed that memo. But whether you love the person or not, if you have children with them, the child has to be provided for. So many people have had children or created children in order to be manipulative, or in order to get some kind of financial motive, or to get in a power position or a controlling position. Carrie says, I only said that to tease my family member who is a Cancer and is listening to this show. Oh, you trolling niggas. Oh. I need to think about that though. Cancers. Maybe all the other signs have some Cancer in their chart. There are definitely some signs where you might be setting them off with multiples. They done came more times than a pack of firecrackers. You know how you take the firecrackers and you just light the fuse and let the whole pack pop, 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 pop. You might have them coming like that, and they still. And what you think? What you thought? What you thought I was a hoe or something? You just gonna, you gonna pipe me and pipe me down all crazy, sex me down all crazy, love me. Can't let me love you. All right. Okay. All right, that happened. Still gotta cut a check. Benny says, I feel like everyone should get yearly cancer screenings. Ansel said, I'm the Cancer rep of the group. So is Ansel. So, we got two Cancer representatives here. Cancer, do you know it? Memphis, you know anything about this? Memphis, you in this? No, Sarge, make me feel bad just to see a manipulative person. All right, anyway. Carrie says, I know men who will misbehave to manipulate his woman into giving him angry act right. Really? That seems like a roll of the dice to me. That's a straight crapshoot. I want to see the women who let the men who get mad enough to be like, you know what? Come on, come in the bedroom. I'll fix this. I can honestly say I never really heard that. I've never heard that, but okay. Benny says, my grandma died of cancer because the doctor misdiagnosed her and gave her blood thinners, which spread it to her whole body. I'm sorry to hear that about your grandmother. I really am. Cancer is a very sensitive subject around these parts. But I do agree about the annual cancer screenings. I do. But right now, we talking about women who won't act right unless they getting currently piped right. And as soon as the pipe goes back into the sleeve, they back doing that same old shit, acting that same old way, being that same old person. How does one deal with that? Let's see here. You know, I gotta start gambling again. You know what? I don't need that shit. I need a better billfold. Well, this is not this is a card holder. I guess I can get rid of. Nah, I bet not. I bet not do that yet. Hold on, sir. Hold on. Captain Price. All right. Shout out to all my Call of Duty players out there. Shout out to all my Call of Duty players out there. Okay. My peoples. My man. That's my man throwing down out there. Carrie says, only women? Yeah. Now, I don't know who you know or what you know, but Tiger Crane Shakir. Tiger Crane Shakir. On another note, shout out to Sun 752, now singing in the Sun 752 voice. It's all about RESPECT. That's what I'm talking about. Take care, TCB. Oh, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock. That's what's up. That's my peoples right there. What's going on, my dude? How you been? How you been, my man Caldoon? My man Caldoon is in the house. What up? What up? What up? So yeah, you know, dealing with a situation where you can only get somebody to act right when you're piping them. Woman won't act right. Now, what could be the real reasons for this shit? Could it be that the man is such an asshole outside of the bedroom, or so unskilled at everything else, so incompetent at everything else? How can you be, and I ask this with a hint of caution, how can you be bad at everything except fucking? Or I could ask, how can you be good at fucking and nothing else? Everybody has a talent. Everybody has a gift. Right? How can you be bad at everything except uh, 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 How can you be bad at everything except for fucking? Come on, man. Did y'all see that movie Boogie Nights? It was a good movie. Rest in peace, Burt Reynolds. You see the movie Boogie Nights? Now, the movie Boogie Nights was about the porn star Ron Jeremy. No. John Holmes? It was about John Holmes, right? Yeah, the porn star from the 70s. John Holmes. He got AIDS and shit. But remember, one of the reasons, according to the movie, one of the reasons he got into the porn industry because his mom was always berating him, telling him that he wasn't shit, he wasn't worth anything, he was never going to be anything. And he was like, you don't know what I can do? I'm trying to think, like, if my mom only knew how big my dick is and how I'm be piping these chicks on camera, she would respect mine. Do I have the name right of who it was depicted as? What's up, Jasmine? Good to see you, Ma. Good to see. I love that movie too. That was a good ass movie. It really was. Who was the movie Boogie Nights about?
Boogie Nights follows fictional characters in the adult film industry, loosely based on the life of John Holmes.
John Holmes, okay.
In the late 1970s and 1980s. It explores themes of family, fame, addiction, and belonging, reflecting the shift from traditional to home video pornography.
Dirk Diggler! Dirk Diggler, baby! Dirk Diggler! John Holmes. So yeah, I remember that part in the movie. His mom was berating him. She was cussing him out, telling him how he wasn't shit, how he wasn't worth nothing, this, that, and the third, all this old crazy shit. And then he was like, you don't know what I can do? You don't know. He's like, shit. Don't you know I be having these chicks screaming and creaming, screaming and creaming and screaming. Yo, I'm not dreaming. I had these chicks screaming and creaming and doing everything. Yo, it's seeming like I was the best at this sex thing. Yo, I did this thing, went to the next thing, but the next king could never wear the crown. Yo, it gets real when the panties come down. But you know in a porn, they don't never had no panties. All they got is skirts and pants. Yo, they would enhance your vision. It's hard to look away. It's like a train wreck, but they see them fucking today, baby. Everything is going to turn out good. Yo, one thing we have to get understood now. Now, it's going down. She going down. Wow. Never seen nobody suck it like that. That shit is kind of crazy. Yo, can I get that? Yeah, fell in love with a porn star. What's going on? Yo, I'm going to warn y'all. That's kind of dangerous life. When the AIDS came through, don't want him for a wife. But you know you can't tell some niggas nothing. They gonna still do the thing cause they always fronting. And men be wanting what everybody else got, even if they gotta die for the shit and get shot. A shot done left you sick. That shit is kind of crazy. I ain't really trying to kick. No kind of ballistics to you. I ain't trying to statistics to you. I ain't trying to do nothing to you, but just school you. Hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Submissive only when intimate. Now, I know some of y'all women listening to this show, I know that some of y'all, that it has to apply to some of y'all. At least one of y'all. Like, yeah, he kind of right, but he don't know me like that. It's not that I don't act right ever, but it be pissing me the fuck off. He wouldn't have to give me no act right if he would act right. I mean, could it be a situation where she only acts right when she's getting piped down because piping down is the only time he's doing something right? I mean, it's something that we might have to take into consideration. I mean, Jasmine says, my favorite character was Amber. Amber Waves and the rich crack addict dude. LOL. We knew a dude who had them same dope fiend mannerisms. Man. Yeah, there was a lot going on in that movie. And I liked what was the other movie? The Life of something Flint. The creator of Penthouse magazine, or was it Hustler? What was it? Remember, he went up against, Playboy magazine, because he was like, Playboy, they don't show shit. We gonna put the camera right there on the twat. Right there. What was it? Something Flint. Larry Flint. Thank you. The People versus Larry Flint. Yes. Thank you. Movie buffs. I should have known. Y'all be knowing y'all movies. That's what's up. Stacy says, where can I find these movies? You got Netflix. Type that shit right on up in there. It'll come right up. Yeah. Boogie Nights and The People versus Larry Flint. There you go. Good movies. They really were. Those two good movies and shit. Not the same kind of movie, but dealing with similar situations. The People versus Larry Flint. Shot that man, put him in a wheelchair. It wasn't fair. No fair. No fair. Hold on, what we got going on here? Get the fuck out of here. The Giants are up on the Cowboys 24-10. You gotta stop. You gotta stop playing with me. You can't. Yo. Go Giants. Go G-Men. Yay. Do that shit. Oh my God. Yo, if the Giants beat the Cowboys. If the Giants beat the Cowboys, I'm gonna be insufferable today. I don't care how our game play out. Yo, if the Giants beat the Cowboys. Oh my God, this is gonna be a stellar week. For real. Go G-Men. Do the damn thing. Please. Submissive. Why do women get so defensive when you talk about the word submissive? Why is that? My man throwing down.
Good.
My man tried. The one them cow tried.
The one them call, the one them call. Who's afraid of the one them call, the one them call?
What's going on, my dude?
My main man. What's up, cat daddy, whole skillet, home slice?
I mean, there you go. Exactly.
Gotta hit it with the Melly Mel. You know what I mean? Hit it with the Melly Mel.
Alright. Okay.
You know, what's going on with you, bro?
Man, I'm feeling like a real man should. Everything good. It's good enough. It's good enough. Still nursing it.
I came in on it. I had to take care of a personal phone call with my doctor's office because the surgery I'm getting on my knee.
Okay.
For a couple of weeks, so they called me on a Sunday. So it must have been important. But I heard you pooping humanly.
Oh, so you was listening a while back then, yeah. Human League, yeah. That was my shit. Doom.
I thought you was gonna slide in. I'm only human.
Not the same. Not the same. It don't give you the same feeling. You know what I mean?
The concept.
Yeah. It don't emote the same type of feeling. It ain't the same. But what we talking about is submissive only when intimate. So we talking about when you can only get your woman, your girl, your wife to be nice to you when you piping her. So if she ain't coming, she ain't humming.
If she ain't coming, you gonna be going.
Well, no, because you there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that might be the only time when she's agreeable, when she's nice, when she's intimate, when she's affectionate. You know what I mean? That might be the only time. And a lot of men go through this. A lot of men have this issue. Like, outside of the bedroom, he get treated like shit. Inside of the bedroom, he might be a superstar. But only for that time. Hold on a second.
You have a call from.
Oh.
Caller, welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun show. What's on your mind this afternoon? What's good?
This is Khaldun, aka Tiger Crane Shakir. You're just calling in about the what's the subject again? About the
Submissive only when intimate.
Yeah.
First of all, what's going on, my man? How you feeling?
Man, cool. I'm just glad. It's always good to come in on your broadcast, and at some point you do, like you'll, beat the drum on the table and then you do your rap. If I don't hear that, like if I'm sitting in there 15, 20 minutes and you ain't do that, I'm like, all right, I might go. He might be having an off day or something. Listen, nobody else don't do that but Omar. Nobody else don't do that. Sun 752, you been RESPECTEEE RESPEC. When I don't hear that, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta go. That's like my wheatgrass. You're going to have a protein shake. Sometimes you don't want the protein. You just want that spark, that wheatgrass or what. So when you do that, it's like, oh shit, I'm on.
You know what? I'm glad you told me that, because I'll be thinking, don't nobody care about that shit. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? But okay, that's what's up.
No, I agree with it 100% because I'll be waiting for the bars to come at the end of the show. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
You know, at the end of the show. Yeah. Go ahead, my man. Subject. Not to digress. We could joke about that another time too. But yeah, I think if she's only submissive when you all are satiating your carnal desires, I'm trying to also be careful of my verbiage. I ain't trying to get my man straight.
No. We good. We good.
Oh, okay. No, I've seen some other channels and YouTube be tripping some.
No, that's them.
Yeah.
Look. They don't fuck with me anyway. So I can't make them no matter. You know what I'm saying? They don't fuck with me like that.
Only you can tell me that though. Only you, because I'm not yet on that side of the YouTube desk like you. At least not yet.
Listen, man, we not going to be. What? Okay. No. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought the brother was saying something. I didn't want to interrupt him. Now, she's only submissive when if it's just sex. I mean, come on now. Like, what's outside of that? Because y'all not having sex all day. So the interaction between y'all, communication, how she views you, all that plays a role.
Fact.
She ain't, and then you gotta look at the man, look at that said man, like his ability, his organizational skills, how he moves, how other people view him. If you're a yes man when it comes to your peoples, what the heaven and hell is she submitting to you for?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying anyone. I'm not saying you or anybody in particular. I'm just talking
right.
In alignment with the subject.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta look at that.
You definitely do.
I remind my son. I remind some of my, as well as my mentees and students. I'm like, listen. At least the male ones, I remind them that women judge you off of that. They'll judge you off of that. You can't expect when you're around your friends and you're a yes man to everything. It's like, come on now. She's looking at the dude who you yes man into. That's the one she would sooner submit to, because his confidence, his follow through. He don't just say something; he follow through with it and gets desired results. So all that she pays attention to. If
Facts.
You don't have a track record where she can even consider, submitting to you, you can't come off crying later on that she don't want to submit to you. I'm like, dude, you ain't give her, in all fairness, you ain't give her nothing to submit to, let alone consider it.
That's true.
I mean, in summary, that's how I feel or think about that with the submitting thing. So I tell brothers, give us something substantial to submit to.
Right.
She'll feel confident in your decision making. But if you a flip flopper, you can't expect for the woman to take you seriously, because dudes will take you seriously. A man that's on his purpose and he's making moves, he's selective in the type of men he's around on a consistent basis. Because ain't no man that's making moves and doing shit gonna be around losers. Like, imagine, think about this. You doing things, you getting stuff done. You could have been going through something and you just got out of it. And your stride is picking up. You're on a positive momentum. Things coming your way. You come across this, oh shoot, yo, what's up? I ain't see you in a minute. You talking, you done, and they see you, they looking at you like you're doing well, and you're like, oh man, yeah, man, I got mixed up my baby moms. When he starts crying about that, it's like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Baby mom's stressing me out. Why is she stressing you out? I'm not saying she may very well be the most miserable bellicose harpy.
It happens.
That notwithstanding, her notwithstanding, what are you doing? What could you do to make stuff better for yourself? And I'm not just theorizing. I know some brothers right now that's going through some things, which I'm sure y'all might know some brothers also going through some things, some men going through some things. And I offer solutions that could help. You know, one dude, I'm like, all right. One dude I know in particular, going to family court, I said, yo, check this out. Let's go down to the Supreme Court, their law library is open in Queens County, there, in all 5 boroughs. Go to their law library, we're there for an hour. You can make time for an hour, come down there. I can point out some statutes that you can look to as a reference to your case that could help. Not to give it as legal advice, but some clarity to help you out. So when you talk to your lawyer again, you can understand better where they're coming from, and perhaps even ask them questions like, hey, I noticed this and noticed that. Could we use this for my case? And if so, what would be the outcome? Stuff like that. Man, listen, dude give me excuses. He's like, oh, I bet. We supposed to meet up at the law library. And next day, I ain't hear nothing. No call, no text. Then later on that afternoon, several hours, at least 5 hours after we supposed to meet up, yo, my bad, and I couldn't make it. I had to do something. I was like, all right. Right there and then I knew. Can't rock with him. Not an evil person, but I know that if I latch on to him or keep trying to do something, trying to create solutions, whatever, it's going to be something. If you can't do something as simple as that, agree to that, because you agreed. You said you wanted to come. I said, cool. And I'm not charging you. Just come to the library. Come to the law library. I'll show you some things there. Clerks can help you out. The clerks can't give legal advice, but they can point you in the direction where you need to go. That's what I'm trying to do. So, anything that can add to your arsenal.
Okay, so you're saying that if this man can't do just the small things that he's being led to do that will benefit him, if he shows that lack of interest and follow through, then are you saying that his woman might see that and be turned off by it, and maybe that could lead to her having problems with him, even if she doesn't express it that way?
She will not only see that, because there ain't no might. She will, even if she an airhead, she's going to see something at some point that's going to be like that. Her alarms will go off. Remember, what women lack in brawn, they make up for it in brain.
Right.
And women stay calculating, thinking, plotting, planning, scheming, devising, worrying, always. So if you're a dude, and you as a man, and you can't have something practical or you show signs, because what I just explained to you was a sign from that dude. I was like, damn, this is a little thing, and this is something for you. So if you ain't doing that for you.
One thing I'm listening to what you're saying is that if you're not willing to put the work into for somebody to help you and taking the knowledge and the wisdom of something that's beneficial that can help you, then you can't complain about the bullshit later on.
Thank you.
Pretty much.
And it's not you can. And I ain't asking you to join an organization or follow me. Yeah.
You can't complain about what's going on within that relationship, what's going on in that family court, or what's going on with your baby mother or anything. And that's not even just that. I also think that, some things stems from upbringing too as well, son, and my man, because
yes,
if you seen how your mother treat men, it can gradually, it can somewhat come. It comes in your thought process. I've seen this before. I seen how my mother handled this. I'm gonna handle it the same way, instead of trying to create your own boundaries. See, women think some women. I'm not gonna say all women. Some women think that finances. If you can't do this part, then I can't be submissive. No. You know, it's also, you can be submissive to each other. But being submissive is just listening and communicating and talking to one another. It's all about communication. I mean, if the bedroom is the common ground of being submissive, then you're in for a rude awakening. I shouldn't have to make you have an orgasm for you to listen. At the end of the day, that's the common ground of just enjoying. Sometimes you doing it just to break down the stress of everyday life, or to get the stress off of you and get the stress off your man. When a man will see his woman going through some stress and say, "I know what's wrong," and a woman do the same thing to her man. But after all that is done, after the orgasm is over with, after the cuddling, after all that, and then you get in the shower and you get dressed for the next day, what now? What now? The term goes, life be licensed. So, I mean, you've got to be able to communicate. Being submissive is not saying, yes, sir, no, sir, hey, daddy, hey, mommy. No, it's communicating and having to understand what boundaries not to cross and what boundaries to go forward with within your relationship. And listening.
See, the thing is, you don't get to the point where things are only going right in the bedroom. You don't get to that point first. You arrive at that point. You arrive at that point when other things have fallen down. You know what I mean? Right. You didn't meet your woman in the bedroom. Y'all got there eventually. So just like Khaldun was saying, you know, what women lack in brawn, they make up with in brain. And they are constantly evaluating you and calculating you and watching to see where you're consistent and inconsistent in. Now, if you are inconsistent in the things that are beneficial to her in her situation, in your situation, she's going to definitely notice that, and it's going to start to take effect in the way that she treats your entire situation eventually. The same way as when she sees that you're consistent in the things that benefit you, it's going to build trust with her, and it's going to make her feel safe, and then there's a good chance that she will treat you that way in kind, because you know women look for comfort. All living things look for comfort, but women look for comfort in different ways than men do. So, you know, where if the scales are balanced or imbalanced, to whereas your inconsistencies and the important things are weighing heavier than your consistency in the things that matter or that are important, then when it comes to the bedroom, her performance is going to come into question. Some women will cut off sex because nothing else around you is going well, and they need to be stress-free in order to get wet. Where other women may be able to fuck all night long because that's the way that they deal with their stress. So, you know, outside of the bedroom, that might be, you know, outside of the bedroom might be a hellish type of situation to her, and she ain't, you know, and that might be the reason that things are only going right when y'all in the bedroom. And maybe she hasn't expressed to you her dissatisfaction with the other ways, with the way that you are, or the dissatisfaction that she has with a situation. But that is where communication comes into it. But you have to be listening, not just talking when it comes to communication. It's giving and receiving.
Because, you know, I always, you know, I sit back and I hear, when you hear a woman say, I need you to protect me. I need you to do this and I need you to do that. You know, and I keep trying to figure out, what do you mean by protect you? How can I protect your insecurities when you're not willing to listen? So if you're insecure about something, or you have a thought process, because sometimes a lot of women are overthinkers. You know, so when you're insecure about something and you ask a question and you get an answer, that should secure you. But instead of listening to the answer, you want to double back to another question, and you're getting the same answer.
Is the answer but is the answer satisfactory to her? Have you asked?
But see, the answer cannot be satisfactory to her if she's not willing to listen. You know what I mean? It has nothing to, you know, you know, T. Gary Wright that says, she said, I'm not listening to a man that isn't solution based. I'm not talking about solutions. We can all come up with solutions. But even if you come up with a solution, you have to be willing to listen to the solution, or at least try the solution to see if it's workable.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's what she meant by that.
No, well, I'm asking. Well, allow her. Let me see. Well, Carrie, what do you mean by solution based? Like, give me.
When I
know what you mean by that.
All right, until she answers, I think what I'm getting out of this, because I've heard this before. When somebody is solution based, it means that the things, even if they're complaining about something, or they have ideas about something, or just their everyday speech is normally geared towards towards getting a problem solved, or reaching a solution, which will be like the end of it, so you can get on to the next. You know, you're checking things off the list. So whereas some people might be bitching and complaining about their life, like, oh, you know, God has cursed me. Nothing ever goes right. I can't never get ahead. Black people can't never have nothing. You know, those people aren't solution based. Solution based person is speaking more like, man, you know, it seems really hard to get certain people to cooperate so we can get this thing done. But I think if we could find a way to reach this person, or get this person to do this, then we could finally take 2 steps forward. Even if we only had to take 1 step back, because at least we're 50% ahead, where before we may have been we may have been 75% behind. And when you get the more you get to know a person, the more you get to know exactly where they are going with things. So a person who hasn't been trained to be solution oriented or solution based, they really think that the way that they're speaking is solving something, but you're not solving anything. And trust me, I understand that not every situation can be solved, because you may not know how to solve it, but you first have to know how to identify it outside of just the way that it affects you personally. Like, for example, you know, like saying, like, you know, I can't get a good job. You know, a person who talks like that is selling themselves short. You know, a better way to address a situation like that would be like, I'm looking for a career, and I need the tools, the skills, the training, you know, someone who can help me get the things that I want, so I can, you know, set my financial situation and put it in a better place. You know what I mean? You know, you have to know how to, you have to know how to reach people outside of just appealing to their compassion to you. because everybody got a problem. Everybody got a story. Everybody got a, oh yeah, you know, like think about like people. I worked in, you know, the way I'm going to talk right now, y'all have to excuse it because I worked as a landlord, you know, for most of my adult life coming out of college. So the I can't pay my rent stories, or I gotta go, I can't pay the rent this month, or it's going to be late because I had a death in the family down south. Yeah, I don't. It was like 50 tenants all got together and came up with that kind of story. It was literally a running joke with us. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, like if you come to somebody like, yo, you know what I mean, we got evicted. I know what it takes to get evicted. First you have to get a notice of eviction because you didn't pay the rent. Then you have to go to court. The court gives you more time to pay. You violate that time to pay, you got to go back to court to report that they didn't pay. It takes a long, getting evicted is a long process, especially to the person who ain't getting paid, which is the landlord. So when people who don't know that that's what I used to do for a living, come to me and say, yo, you know, we under eviction because my landlord is a slumlord and all that shit. And I'm like, So you went to court and you let them know that your landlord was a slumlord and they didn't do nothing or say nothing about that? Well, nah, I missed the court date because I was sick and okay. Like you understand what I'm saying? So
you in your case, you knew specific questions to ask to determine whether this person was BSing or not. And that was an excellent example you used, because I wanted to say real quick before you finish your point, forgive me for interrupting, that example you use is a great example of how women will think in regards to leadership. Because if a dude is boasting about, you know, she should submit to me and submit to me and submit to me, she will test you in some capacity to see if you are worth being submitted to within reason. Because you got some dudes, they just talk and stuff, but you knew which questions to ask. Because this person said, oh, the landlord is a slumlord, and they did this, that, and the other. Well, anyone knows that if there was a slumlord, there would have been, even the courts, by the time they get to the court, and you say that, the court will be like, well, did you file a complaint with whichever local agency or real estate board to let them know, hey, one of your peers is out here, you know, violating. You know, y'all need to look into that. The court's going to look to see what remedies you exercised or exhausted or got to that point. So when you ask that question, Umar, yeah, that's why they started to get like Ralph Cramden with the hamina.
Caldoon.
They didn't see that coming.
Caldoon, this chick came to me before years ago, and she told me she was getting evicted from the projects. I was like, my, come on. I was like, wait a minute.
Wow.
What? Like, you know how long it takes for you to get evicted out the projects? That shit take way longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only people I know that got kicked out of projects are the ones who grandmom apartment it was, and she died and they didn't report it. So they wrote it out for years. You know what I mean? And then the housing authority finally found out that grandma had passed, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, more, you know what I mean? And they wasn't paying the rent. And they wasn't paying the rent. And it was, you know, and the housing authority is based on your income. So if your income is low, so is your payment.
Right.
Meanwhile, they were selling drugs out the fucking apartment for years. It was the hit house. But anyway, it's a whole nother story.
And I just want to ask a question. So because I heard the solution-based situation you're saying and everything, right? And I understand what you mean by that, but I also want to have an understanding that I want to, well, not so much ask questions, but I want to just give insight. So when you have to come up with a solution, or you have to show certain verbiage to the solution. However you do it, that person or them persons them individuals have to be willing to accept the solution.
No, you're right. But you all right. You're right. But what we're trying to say is the solution is not the answer. The solution is the way that you go about things. You know what I mean? We're not talking about whether you know the answer to a question or how to solve a problem. We're talking about your attitude, your way of living, your modus operandi. You know what I mean? We're talking about how women will study the way that you do things and whether she approves of those things or not, because it can have an effect on whether she will discredit you from any future ideas. Now, it might not be right of her to disqualify your ideas when just because the ideas that you had or the way that you were before wasn't acceptable to her, especially if she didn't even express that to you. I'm not saying that is fair, but some women will decide in their mind, like, overall, he's a good person or he's a good man, but this ain't really the kind of man that can lead me. And so when he comes kicking that shit like he knows shit, I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't saying she's right about it. But the thing is that before she's looking at you like you're not worthy of respect and real time. But you might have this dick that pleases her when you use it. But she might need some other skills outside of the bedroom that are more marketable. So that might be the reason that, in the bedroom, it's all yes, I will. Huh?
But see, the thing about it is that I get the point. Because TJ Wright saying I'm not getting the point. I'm getting the point. But the part that I am saying is that the person that you're doing that for, and you're trying to show that to, and you're trying to be a solution-based person, and you're trying to put things in order, has to be willing to be submissive to listening to what you're talking about. They have to be willing to take on what you're saying. And that's what I'm saying. Because some people are not willing to do that. Some people they sit back and after maybe a month or two of the decisions that you came about to do, if it doesn't reap fruits, or if there's a problem and you're not willing to be patient, then now you have to come up with more solutions. Now you have to explain and communicate this is that. Just be patient.
Okay. Now there are two people in this situation, right? Because you have rights in this situation and you have feelings in this situation too. So, you also have to ask yourself, well, how did we get here? Because if she wasn't submissive, which is the word we'll use for now, but we know that has a negative connotation to some women. But let's say agreeable. If she wasn't agreeable or interested or amenable to your ideas, your feelings, your thoughts, your aspirations, or anything like that, in the beginning, why would you expect them to be that way now? What has changed? Because she can't be the only one that needs to make a change, or the only one that has changed. So, like how would a man get to the point where the only time his woman is agreeable to him or submissive or whatever is in the bedroom? How would he get there? Because you can't get to the letter M, and I believe M is the middle of the alphabet because it's 26 letters. I don't think you can get to M before starting at A. So how did we get from B to L? You know, we have to take some kind of accountability for that.
That's the most important. That word takes a lot. That word right there, accountability is an important word in relationships. You know, it has to be accountability on both parts. Being submissive, like you said, it can come off negative sometimes. I just look at it as communicating and working together as a unit.
Well, there are 3 men on this phone. There are 3 men on this phone, so of course we're not going to have a problem with the word submissive. But we have to understand.
I definitely don't have a problem with the word submissive. I most definitely don't have a problem with it. There may be some feminists, male feminists, they may have an issue, and that's their thing. That's your prerogative. But no, submissive, no. I'm good with that.
We all have to
if you
submit.
Have sound judgment. You got a good, as well as or good track record. Person, that shouldn't be an issue. That should not be an issue. And something that the brother, excuse me, I'm sorry, I forget the brother's name, but he mentioned something about 15 minutes ago. Troy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Peace, brother. You mentioned something about 15 or 20 minutes ago about listening and protection. I wanted to say something on that quickly in connection with this, with the whole submission thing. Advice, sound advice is a form of protection. Because when you hear women complain, we hear them complain, men are not protecting us and so on and so forth, which I call bullshit on that. But, good advice is also a form of protection. There are women, like myself, for example, I know who, they're my homies, my homettes. And we'll see them in a situation like that guy they, might be dating or seeing. They'll tell us about it. They share us and tell us things. And we hear some things that tell us it don't sound right. And at some point we give our input, especially if they ask. They always ask me because they'll know I'll tell them what I think if they ask me. Otherwise, if I know for sure that this ain't a good situation, unless I know it looks like some danger, some impending danger on you, like physical calamity, I keep my mouth shut. Because women do what they want, when they want, with who they want, whenever they want. It's just any negative consequences that may come with that, that's the part that they don't want to be reminded about. They'll be like, all right, I'll suffer in silence with that.
Mm-hmm.
But you wouldn't have to suffer in silence with that, let alone suffer at all, had you listened, the first time round. I already seen signs with that. I said, firstly, this and seen that, dude is telling you this. He want to come by your house and y'all ain't even met yet. Y'all just talking on Facebook or whatever. I know someone right now experienced that. She didn't have him come over, You're grown for that. I said, yeah, I would have looked at you all kind of weird. But, dude in the shelter, trying to holler. I said, well, how are you supposed to, go out on the date? I mean, firstly, in my opinion, old boy should have been more focused on getting his place before he called himself trying to date anybody. So, and that's just one example of why I said what I said at the beginning of this conversation with the whole submission thing. It's like, dude, you can't expect quote unquote submission, e.g. respect for your leadership when your executive abilities is very questionable at best. That's what it'll come down to. And at the same time, that also means as a man with sound judgment, if you see a woman, she shows signs of airheadness, let alone lack of respect for your leadership abilities, your leadership quality, you need to cut that off. Distance yourself from her immediately. She'll be a drain. So you got dudes out here that, just ain't get it and insist on learning the hard way. They insist on learning the hard way. It's like, dude, you see what that is. How you expect a woman to submit to you and you're not even strong enough to acknowledge the signs and walk away from a situation, a bad situation, or a situation that can turn catastrophic if you don't walk away from it now. But we want to talk about submission.
Now, let me ask both of y'all something.
Now, hold on. This is about to be your last question because we out of here.
I know. I already know, boy.
All right.
Does submission go in both ways? Because men have to submit to women, right?
Men and women submit to each other, but they're
That's
not.
what I wanted to hear.
But
because sometimes, like you said earlier, son, sometimes people look at submission as it just being a woman submitting to a man, and they take it in a negative. I'll take it as a negative word when it's both sides just submitting.
My synonym to
I don't disagree with that.
My synonym to submission is agreement.
Right, I can agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
submitting to what you're just saying.
yeah, it's agreement. You know what I mean? Because I've told you before, the work starts when the answer is yes, not when it's no. You know what I mean? When it's no, you got to move on. When the answer is yes, now you got to read all of the you got to read the fine print and all of the qualifications and all of the provisions. You know what I mean? No, we've all applied for credit cards and got approved. You see that long ass? You see that they give you a long ass sheet. You know what I mean? That you're not gonna read, but all of that shit is important. When it's no, you see how thin that letter is? We're not able to approve you at this time. You know what I mean? Go holler at somebody else. When the answer is yes, that letter thick. It got the card in there, and you got this pamphlet that you're not going to read, but everything in there is what you need to know. The work starts when the answer is yes. So yes, men and women submit to each other, but they don't look at it in the same way because we've bastardized the word submission to make it look like somebody is being a tyrant to somebody else and making them do everything that they don't want to do. And that's not what it means at all. But that's another story for another day. But yes, men and women submit to each other. And if your woman is only submitting to you when you're in the bedroom, at least you got something. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to fuck her when y'all go to the bank, and maybe you need to fuck her when y'all go to
fuck her on the way to the bank as well as at the bank.
You gotta
on the way
to the bank, to the school, to the rental office, the mortgage.
You gotta hire a chauffeur.
In the kitchen is. Hey, listen, if she cooked better with a dick in her, hey, you got to. Hey, I'm sure you should be able to find the benefit in some of this shit. Like, oh, God, I got boneless chicken. Oh, what the fuck? You want some eggs, don't you? You want some eggs? Huh? You want some potatoes?
Oh, man. Yo, you foul as post shit.
You gotta go to, I'm going home to fuck fried chicken. All right, y'all. Listen. All right, listen. I want to thank you, brothers, for calling in. I really appreciate y'all. Hold on, before we go, let me take a look at this poll question. The poll question was, what does it mean if you can't get what you want from someone even during sex? 26% said it means that they're just stubborn. 13% said it means that the sex is trash. 30% said they're stressed out beyond what sex can fix. And another 30% says they are manipulating you with sex. Listen, this show today is going to spawn some more shows because we've touched on a variety of topics. If y'all can hear them, you know what I mean, that need to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? This is just this is just the meat of the base, basically. But there's more that comes with this because this is all about communication. You know, and when you think that you're communicating well with someone and you're really not, you start to see the evidence that the communication is broken down, but you're going to mislabel it for being something else. You know, but normally when you set something up to go the way that you need it to go, it does. And when it doesn't, you can normally find where it needs to be fixed. So once again, thank y'all for calling in. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. I always appreciate it. Brother. And this was good conversation.
Both of y'all, much love to both of y'all. And I must remind you, the Cowboys is losing to the Giants 34-17.
Oh, then the Giants scored again. Yes, I was just writing like, yo, they better not fuck this up. Cause I'm gonna laugh so long this week when the Giants beat them. But you know, the Giants be blowing leads, so man, come on, stop playing.
Yeah, I'm the oddball here on this channel. I don't follow up.
Okay.
And I don't follow up with sport. Now, if you want to talk about some MMA, yeah, shit, you can get down in that. But I'm the nerd on that one. I'm the oddball on that one. But still, likewise to you, Brother Troy. Thank you. You know, happy 2026 to you, to your loved ones, and to Omar as well. You know,
all day.
Gotta give up big up the host, man. RESPECTEE.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming right after this.
The day I call in this show and I sit down here and like 20 minutes pass, I don't get at least one of those or something like, yeah, and make the creamy apple thingy and butter. You know, I don't get none of that. I'm gone. I said, all right, I'm gonna try them tomorrow. Maybe.
I got you. I got you. I'm about to do these birthday shout outs. Y'all gonna get everything y'all paid for. I got you. All right, man. Y'all have a good rest of this afternoon and a good rest of the day. You too, and Happy New Year to y'all too.
All right, likewise. Peace and protection on you, brother.
All right, man. Peace. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Nothing like intelligent brothers with good conversation. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious January 4th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, D. Wright and Nikia Simone, Jessica Simon, Nasir Mahmoud Adam, Sheila Key, Sudana Amara, Janice Haynes, Tiffany Queen Sexy Burton, Mildred Morris, Clarice Denise, Joyce Taylor, Ty Neon, Marlon Prince, and last but not least, Georgiana Jacobs. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all, and I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious January 4th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. Turn up But don't turn up too loud, just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, to rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, can't get it to act right unless you are building that butt and trying to stack right. And sometimes it's all about the money. Yeah, it applies to a lot of cats, but it ain't funny. Gotta do this rhyme right now, not for myself, making sure that I'm talking about people's health. Cause you gotta be careful no matter the situation. You are doing this thing. Yo, I state the things that need to be stated. I ain't trying to be causing no kind of hate when I spit these lyrics right out the dome and I'm hitting it just like a plate over home. It's a home run, but when you get home, you're done because she ain't giving you no time and no fun. But when you're in the bedroom, she acting right. Yo, she act like her hair is good and curls is tight. And you're making sure that you loosen them up. But after that shit is done, you ain't getting no butt. So you ask yourself, how did we get here? And how do we get away from this place? Because I don't like it here. Where can you go? You gotta make sure that you have to talk to for real. So when y'all are just home, you're building together, make sure that you weather the storm. And ask her how she been, and ask her what she want, and ask her when. Where she wanna be, where I wanna be, just like Donnell Jones. And you gotta make sure that you working the bone. But at least sex is something that you got. A lot of dudes can't get that shit. And what's that about? You know what this shit is about. The dick is trash and the ass is trash and too. No cash can fix the situation. If money can fix the situation's out of hand, man. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking. You feeling them out. I'ma holler at y'all tomorrow at 2. Yes, Monday going into Tuesday. I hope I see you. Cause y'all know that we do it on a late night. And I ain't trying to be all that fussing and fight. No trolls came through. I'm kind of surprised because in the beginning of the show, I saw a lot of eyes. And the camera is always on. So bearing that in mind, I like to warn you that, it's all good. It's all thinking. It's all said. It's all understood. And even when the understanding is not understood, as everything is going to be all right, and it really should. So I want to say peace to everybody in the chat and everybody in the background that's listening to that. And everybody who comes on through and says a little something, I see y'all, and ain't nobody fronting. So I'ma bid y'all farewell. Farewell. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night. Like I said, Monday going into Tuesday, 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with another daily Go Get 'Emism show. So make sure y'all come on through. Hit the like button before y'all go. Hit the like button. Share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And go Eagles.